The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. Finding room inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it with Carson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on. You can't block me. Watch the same place on travel.
After 1, it's 9-0. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Undercrush. Crawl.
Off of play action. Luck. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Runs through the contact. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Come on, set. You're the team running. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brissett complete to Hilton. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the run. This side, baby. That's baby. 11. Mike spot 9. Check tight. Watch twist.
6-6. Pull it hard.
Shoot. Hey, check. Check 49.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
50. Go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. On. We got four. Hey, switch gears. Right. Jumping.
On first down, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line 40. Right, 58, right there. Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 43. Watch safety creeping.
Now it's Carson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
We own it. We own Mexico. Taco. He's coming. Ready.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Let's get this.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be. Yeah,
you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brissett. He's got to Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Brissett now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Brissett sets to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll throw again. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Love. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
All all these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Mike, 53. 53.
Throwing again on second down. Luck dancing to his left. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt.
Keep playing. Check out.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mexico, Mexico.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, check.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. I got you. Son.
Alert.
You're online, baby. You gonna get this. You're online.
First down, here's White. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
Monday.
Brings up second and 4 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Luck.
Big stop.
Dorsett's got it. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Check out.
53 is the Mike. Drop these. Quick the edge.
Reggie.
Check 25. Check 25.
On third down, Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Check 4. Check 4.
11B.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Here we go on fourth. Luck. It's caught by Bryant. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Let's go.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
You don't want nothing.
140. Easy. Alert. 61. Matchbox lights.
Check. Bang. Under 10.
Ground right.
10. Switch.
Here's Carson. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Check. Showing it.
Go ahead.
Watch out.
Check.
Hey, watch it. Hatch it.
This is Carson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
53. Mike, 53. Check. Watch the ship.
On.
Watch the ship. Check 31.
On third down, a run from White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
16, Colts 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Brissett. He completes it to Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
First down, Colts.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Brissett. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Well, no Texas start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Brissett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
53, Mike.
Let's go, defense. Outside.
Reggie.
Check 37, check 37.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
53, check 53.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 22, Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for New England. 54 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot.
They'll run with White, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Strong right.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Switch.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Love. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Carson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Check 13. Check 13.
12.
kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check it out.
They run again with Carson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Wide, get wide. Check. 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike.
Man out.
53's the Mike. 53, check 53.
11.
Watch the pass. He's checking.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll run for it. This is White. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
You got time. On. He's crashing.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
SOS. SOS.
Back. Switch.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Check three.
Mexico.
They snap it to Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated